Everyone is saying AI is going to wipe out the meta ads industry in the next 2 years, and honestly, they're half right. But it's not wiping out the entire industry, it's wiping out the brands that are using it wrong. Our ads spend over $3 million per month on Meta, and the gap between the clients winning and the ones that are struggling almost never comes down to budget or product. It comes down to 5 tools used in the right order. And if you've been staring at 100 different AI tools, wondering which ones actually matter for meta ads, I'm going to save you so much time and money. The first tool is Reddit Answers. Before we write anything, we need to know exactly how our customers talk about their problem, and the best place to find that, in my opinion, is Reddit. Reddit is where people go to be honest. They're not leaving a polished review. They're anonymous, they're frustrated, and describing their problems in the exact language they'd use to speak to a friend. That language is the raw material for every winning ad we've ever written. So Reddit Answers lets us surface those conversations at scale. Now there's 3 main things that we're looking for: the exact words people use to describe their problem, solutions they've already tried and failed with, what they say they actually want in their own words, not what we assume, but what people are actually saying when nobody's watching. So for example, you can click on here, best way to solve lower back pain, and it breaks down different exercises, Pilates and yoga, walking, so different options that people might have tried. So you want to search what your customers would actually be searching to solve their problem. You can see what they might have tried and failed with, lifestyle adjustments, pain relief methods, and you can actually say what's a common misconception that doesn't help with back pain, but everyone with back pain tries. Now that's just off the top of my head, but you can really go back and forth with it, have a conversation, and let's see, lifting with a rounded back, some guide, surgery, age causes back pain, ignoring hip mobility, relying on quick fixes, dietary misconceptions, reducing salt intake. So you can see there's a lot of things here you can actually turn into an ad angle. Now on screen is an actual quote that we used from Reddit to generate a 400k ad. Now we generated this actual image using AI so we could shorten it and make it look better for content, but the actual quote itself came from a big post on Reddit with a ton of upvotes. So it says, "He absolutely loses his mind at bath time. I've tried everything. He knows what's coming before I even turn the tap on." So we used that as a hook, and we turned that customer language into winning angles that became a $400,000 ad. Now the problem with a lot of brands, a lot of creative strategists, is they'll write ads from the product out, from the brand out. So speaking from the brand's point of view, when it should be the opposite. We want to be speaking from the customer's point of view, and that's what Reddit helps you do. So when you find a comment that describes the exact frustration that your product solves in the exact way that your customer would say it, that's your main angle. Everything else gets built on top of that. So now we have the research from Reddit. Claude is where we take it further, deepening it, extracting the angles, and turn it into actual ads that we can run and we can scale with. Tool 2 is Claude. Claude is a tool that I'd be most reluctant to give up, but the way that most people use it is completely wrong. Most brands open Claude cold and start prompting without giving it any context or any customer data, and that's why the output sounds generic, because it had nothing real to work with. What we do instead is we upload everything before we write a single prompt. So we upload the Reddit signals, the customer avatar, offer details, landing page copy, post-purchase surveys. We even add in customer reviews and summaries, and we drop them straight in. And what you're doing is you're giving Claude enough context that it stops being a generic LLM and starts functioning like a strategist that actually knows the customer. And most brands, most people are using the standard Claude and running it with nothing. So we ask it to pull the strongest angles from everything that we fed it, like specific beliefs and the single things that the ads can be actually made around. So you can see here, this is a prompt that we put in. We said, based on these customer reviews and quotes from Reddit. So we got raw quotes from Amazon here that we manually got, raw quotes from Reddit here, and then we also attached the landing page copy, and it says, I want you to find me 10 angles for my meta ad creatives to attract and convert my ideal customer. Each angle should represent an emotional trigger, pain point, desire, objection. Please name each angle and quote where it's coming from and send it back to me ranked by most effectiveness. And you can see you get 10 angles here and then ranking them by effectiveness, and then you want to go through here and understand which ones align best with your ideal customer, landing page, the winning ads that you've made, with the formats that you want to create. You should also be doing research on your ad account data data, looking at viral formats in the industry, and then pulling this all together with this. So we know it's a solution aware audience, and then it's given us tons of great angles. Now you can mix and match some of these. Also, it gives you the source as well. It's really powerful that it ranks it by the top performing chronological order, because that's how you know you're getting all of the data, and it's consolidating it and understanding which ones are the most common. And then you can come through and you can see what works best. So this is the easy way of doing it with a simple prompt. We're putting in the exact same thing, the raw quotes from Amazon, the Reddit reviews, the landing page copy, and then we're putting in our AI market signal mapping prompt. Now I can give you access to this with a link in the description. It's a 7 to 8, maybe even more page prompt that we put in for Claude to actually generate full market signal mapping. Now I'll show you the actual document and the report that you get back from it. Now this is super helpful. It gives you an executive summary. It breaks down where the target customers are. They actually highlighted a mismatch in this example because we had an audience that was solution aware, but the actual landing page was for most aware. So in that case, you can actually say, okay, you know, we need to make around solution aware. We actually need to tweak the landing page as well. Now there's tons of good data in here, which is going to help you when it comes to research and angle extraction, giving you context on different scenarios where they feel pain points. It's breaking down different pain points, desires. It's giving you hook examples, and it gives you this document that's 23 pages long of just pure research. So if you can have your customer reviews, all the customer data that you have, upload it with this document, you're going to find some great angles, some great hooks, some great headlines, and you're probably going to find some gaps that you haven't been doing and you need to be doing. It's a very valuable exercise to do. Now, the second thing that we get Claude to do is once we have the angles, Claude can actually write everything. So the UGC scripts, static headlines, hooks, creative briefs, all grounded in that research that actually came before it. So we've got this prompt here that we've just put in, and we've given it a structure to go with. And this is what we like to do. We break down the hook and give it a structure to follow: pain, proof, specific, desired outcomes, CTA, and then mention what you want each part to say. In this scenario, we need it to lead with solution aware in the hook to align with the target customer. We also want to dig into the pain. So this all comes from the research that we've just done: proof, specific, desired outcome, and mentioning subscription in the CTA, for example. Now, when you're doing this, you want to be aligning it with your top performers in the ad account and organic content, as I said. You can give it this context, and this is a script that it just wrote in a few seconds. It broke it down. I think the hook is actually weak. It's not specific enough. It says, I genuinely did not think anything was going to work for me. Now, that could work. I would definitely want some variations where we're being more specific. What didn't work and what were you trying to achieve in the hook? But yeah, I would like that to be a bit more specific. The rest of the script is really good, and obviously you're never going to get it right first time. It takes you to go back and forth with it, and you'll never copy and paste a script from Claude. What you will do is make changes to it. The pain is, I hadn't had a full night's sleep in decades, every single night waking up at 2 a.m. Now that's really quite good. It's a little long, so you need lots of cuts in there. Depending on the target audience, you could potentially just do a long form talking head testimonial. It works really well. The storytelling is in there. It goes into the proof, saying that first time sleeping all the way through since a kid. Specific, talking about how they achieve the problem, desired outcome, and the CTA as well. So this is a good start. Now, if I was actually making this, I'd be going back and forth for a while. I'd be writing the hook. I'd probably write those myself a lot of the time to make them punchy, engaging, and really the hook's the most important part. For the storytelling aspect, the rest of the ad, it works really well to get that base that you go on to tweak, because if you had to write this from scratch yourself, it'd take you so long. Right, now we've got the angles and we've got the scripts, it's time to actually build the creative. And this is where most people think AI falls apart, but the reality is it's actually the easiest part. So tool 3 is Midjourney. Every UGC style ad starts with a person, and that person needs to match the angle. So if we're running a tired mom hook, then we need a tired mom in the ad. If we're running a skeptical guy in his 40s who's tried everything, and that's what we need in the ad. The model, the setting, the background, the visuals, all of it is an extension of the angle that we're testing. Now, Midjourney is where we usually generate that first base image. So we'll run a few different directions, we'll see which one fits the best, and then we'll take that strongest one forward before we commit to anything. We've had Midjourney ads that have spent 500, 600K very, very profitably on Meta. I'm not going to be able to show you those exact images and ads just purely because the fact that my clients are still running those ads with live funnels on Meta right now. But what I can show you is an example prompt that you can try in Midjourney to create your own images. So here's an example of a static ad prompt. Now there's a quick swap guide for you to swap out each one of these with examples and ideas of how you could actually do it. So we have the woman or the man and the the age, their hair color, skin tone, background color as well. You might have holding product in their right hand, and you'd obviously describe your product. You might even upload an image of your product. You can upload the product to Claude and get it to describe it and put it in here as well. Then we also describe how we want it to look: natural, diffuse, soft daylight, minimal, clean aesthetic. We also use the camera style, the shallow depth of field, lifestyle photography, ultra realistic, high resolution. And we also have that aspect ratio as well, if you want it 1:1, 9:16 for example. But this is literally the exact prompt that we use for you to go ahead and try and make your own images in Midjourney. Nano Banana is where the Midjourney base becomes a full suite of static ad creatives. So we take the base image and generate a full range of variations, different headlines, different compositions, different framings, all in one session, all consistent in quality. So what we can also do really easily is recreate competitor ads using Nano Banana. So let's find a good ad that we want to replicate. So let's go with this just to see if it can actually do it. What we'll do is we'll copy this ad, create a new Claude chat, we'll paste the image of the static ad that we want to recreate into Claude, and then I'm going to speak to Claude and give it a prompt now using Whisper Flow. Please give me a very detailed prompt that I can use to recreate the attached image in a tool like Nano Banana 2. It should be very detailed and very much like the example that I've attached. Make sure to include everything. I want this to be an exact replica. Now there's definitely a better prompt that you could give Claude to get a better response, but I'm just doing that off the top of my head so we can just do it live here right now. So here we go, we've got the prompt, and I'm not going to think too much into it. I'm just going to copy and paste this into Nano Banana 2. So go into Gemini, make sure you've selected create image. So let's see how long it takes, and it looks exactly the same as that static ad. It looks great. Now if you are actually doing this for your brand, you don't want to just copy your competitor ads, obviously. So what you'd be doing is making changes to the prompt with what you want to change. The way that you want to do this, you don't want to use your brain in your capacity. You want to be going back and forth with Claude to make the changes for you. So you would upload pictures of your product, upload pictures of this static ad, change the copy to what you want the copy to say. You might rearrange it a little bit, go back and forth, and just use Whisper Flow, speak to it, tell it what you want, and then you're going to be able to make endless static ads pretty quickly that include your product, and they're based off competitor ads. Obviously you don't want to be ripping competitor ads one-to-one. Look at other industries and just get design examples, add your product in, change the copy, change some things about it to make it specific to the angles that you've come up with in the research that you've done. Now when it comes to video, we never really invest in video production until we know what's already working. A lot of the time the static data we'll test very quickly, and then we'll use that to build on. So once we get the data from static ads or other ads, like we can use video ads that are inside the ad account as well, we know what concept is worth building on, which brings us to the final tool. So the final tool is Higgsfields, and if you don't know it and you haven't used it yet, it's basically a tool that just connects to different AI platforms, and you buy credits inside here, and then you can connect to all of the different tools. And it's super great because you can get more efficient inside of here. Like you've got 11 labs, you've got images, and then you've got video as well. Now when it comes to video, we're using Kling 3.0 and then Google Veo 3.1 as well. So these are the two best ones that we found. Now other people use others, they're just the two favorites for us. Okay, so here we are, and this is our working folder, by the way. So none of these are actually ads. These are like the raw footage that we're generating. Now, the reason why our ads work at such a high rate, we have such a high win rate at the agency, is because everything we do, we work together with our creative. So the problem a lot of brands have is they'll have a statics agency, they'll have a creative agency, they'll have a creative strategist, and all of these three teams will be working in different directions. None of them will be working together. Now, what we want to do is we want to use every single static ad that is made, every single AI ad that is made, feeds data, we compound that data, we understand the awareness levels, the format, the hook, the angle that it's using, and then we use that to give us that data to create our video ads. So really, our static ads, our AI ads that we're making, that is data for us to go ahead and make our video ads. So really, we can have talking heads, which I think are super realistic, but the main thing, we can create graphics of things that would be difficult to get. This graphic right here, we would have to hire 3 people, go out on a lake. It's gonna be very expensive. It'll take a lot of time to find these people. So yeah, very effective for that kind of thing. So we've got lots of talking head. Again, these are all just working files, by the way. So you might see some errors and stuff like that. These clay models you've seen work really, really well. and they've been performing so well for us. So a lot of these ads, I'm not going to say exactly which ones, but we've had ads in here that have spent 6K up to 6 figures. So those clay models work really well. We also just have like standard UGC that works well. Again, generating things that would otherwise be difficult to get if you had to hire. Now, typically we're doing this with a JSON prompt. So we'll go into Claude, we'll give it the image that we've generated and say, we want to generate a video using Google VO 3.1, Kling 3.0, and we want to generate a video that says X, Y, and Z, they do this. You just speak to it. We use Whisperflow, which is an app where you can just talk. So you describe what you want to Claude, that'll give you a JSON prompt, and then you give it the start image, and then you come in here and generate it. So it's very straightforward to do. And then we also have these graphics here. Now you might see like Rise Mushroom Coffee and other big brands do these kind of inside of intestines and stuff like that. There's also what we like to do is when someone's got elbow injury, for example, or elbow pain or joint pain, we'll actually highlight red and use AI to highlight the pain point as red. So this is like interior where we're creating actual scenes for brands. We have, this woman here talking on stage, which is super effective. This is more of like a high production for a fashion shoot. So again, this works really, really well for fashion brands where we're selling product. Usually you'd have to hire a shoot. You'd have to send them to wherever it is, Marbella, Miami, wherever you want that photo shoot done. Now we can just generate it very quickly. So we've got a lot of fashion brands that we're generating a lot of AI images for. So you can see some of this stuff is really impressive. Like we have this, it looks like real life. You can't tell any different. So this is the kind of AI stuff that we're creating. A client that we worked with had a brand deal with Jack Daniels. So that's super cool as well. Now there's one final style that I would like to touch on. This is Albert Einstein ad that we made for Media Engineered. Again, tons of talking heads. Someone's absolutely murdered the credits here. And then what I wanted to show you was these dog podcasts. They work really, really well. So we've had ads, these exact kind of dog podcast ads that have spent 45K, up to 6 figures. And again, super easy to produce, the same kind of process that I just walked you through. And then once we actually generate the ads inside of Hixfield, so this is just the raw content, we'll send it over to our editors who will polish it up. They'll chop it up with existing B-roll footage, they'll add subtitles, and they'll make it like a ready-made ad ready for meta ads. So just quickly pulling up a thread that I wrote on X, breaking down like the tools that we use and how we actually like styles of ads that we make, just to show you some more examples. These were all taken from videos. So again, super realistic, high production style. It's in like, somewhere in Europe. It looks like Italy or wherever, but we just made it very quickly with AI, so it looks great. We also have this Lego style. So this was a style that I mentioned. This had like 10 ROAS when it first launched at like a low level of spend. Yeah, super promising. Worked really well for that target audience specifically. It's just something different. We have static ads, so made with AI, obviously very easy. We've seen that one before. And then this again is just realistic UGC that we'd use in an ad and mash it up with B-roll, subtitles, and just make that look like a really good polished ad as well. Now, we'll never put money behind a concept that hasn't proven itself, because if the AI version doesn't convert, then we haven't lost anything. If it does work, we'll shoot it properly with a real person, and it's very likely to actually really perform. Now, there's a few tools that I get asked about constantly. For example, adcreative.ai. Now, the output is really fast, but the variations are weak, and the main problem is that there's zero research layer underneath it. So you're still generating from nothing. The volume looks good until you actually check the performance. Now, a lot of these all-in-one AI ad generation tools in general, to be honest, they're all trying to be the jack of all trades. They're trying to do the full workflow, and they end up doing every part pretty badly. Now, the best stack that I've found is a focused one where each tool does one thing exceptionally well. To be honest, there's so many AI tools. They're trying to do everything. They're trying to do the research. They're trying to generate statics. They're trying to be an AI tool. They're trying to be in the ads manager. They're trying to make ads. They're making video ads. I've tried them all. Honestly, these 5 would be the ones that I recommend the most, because the question I get more than anything is there any tool on meta ads, an AI tool that's actually worth using? And honestly, most of them are. Not because the AI doesn't work, but because a lot of the tools are built for speed, not for a system that actually moves performance. So these 5 are the ones that actually do get results at scale inside your ad account. And we've proven these after generating millions of dollars with AI ads already. But the problem is, knowing these tools is only half of it. The part most people still get wrong is the research, specifically how you take what you find and actually turn it into an angle that converts. And that's a whole other problem most brands don't even know that they have. So if you're spending $30,000 a month or more on Meta and you want our team to build this system for your brand, book a free call below. We'll show you exactly where to start.